Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So LSU's offense will go on the attack first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bowman.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Right back to it. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers.
Makes the grab in their space. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast, and you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Upstairs to make the catch. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Mississippi State going up tempo.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways. And you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will do this all throughout the game.
Here's a give to Bothwell.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Swan. Unloads to the wideout. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Mississippi State right back to the line. They'll give it to Fluff. There's a crease. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Caught over the middle, it's Johnson. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Bulldog. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal 10-7. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Running inside, it's Jones. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. On the move to his left. Slings it downfield. And this is going to be incomplete on third. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. First play of the period will be a second down. Handoff, left Bothwell. And he could not get loose on the run. Mississippi State going up tempo. Back to throw, it's Swan. He's got his man. Makes a grab and room to run. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Off play action on first down. Gonna take a shot. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bulldog.
And that's exactly how you draw it up on offense, man. You run the football, you get those bodies committed, Jesse, and you use speed out wide with a little bit of play action.
A really nice job of setting it up by the play caller. You're right. And those linebackers and safeties, they want to come down and support the run, but a really nice throw, excellent route, and they're able to connect for a massive TD.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down here on the LSU sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Makes the catch. It's Berry. A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with third down and 5. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
A great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Levin. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
When you're in zone coverage and it's third down, man, it's eyes on the quarterback. Break as soon as the hand separates from the football. You see the slant coming in behind. Nice job making your presence felt. They want to throw those, they need to pay for them. Be physical. Make sure he doesn't catch that football.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Sweet cut there. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Wants to throw. It's Swan. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Solid punt. Headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Gage. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it on the right. Open spaces. The 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off by saying so much for bad field position, a 91-yard scoring toss. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Checking in from the Mississippi State sideline. There is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Trying play action. He's taking the shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to...
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Nestles it in at the 35. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Got room to work. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole play.
To the air, it's Levin. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's a give to Bothwell. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Let's see what he can do with it. The ball pops out on the return. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Mississippi State headed back to the field to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Dropping back, it's Swan. Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Watkins. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Gonna let it fly. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he's not going to take the touchback. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
The Bulldogs head coach told me at the half he wanted to remind his team that they have been in moments like this before. They lost last time these two teams played, and they want to build on that experience and make a different outcome this time around. He told them we have got to be focused and meet the moment, have even more energy, because this rivalry game is what energy is all about. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Showing off the arms. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. And is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. To the air, it's Swan. Pressure coming. Trying to get away. Breaks the tackle. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so eager to get upfield once they have the ball. They take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not a lot of room to field this one. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Keep it on the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guys, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Now, the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Mississippi State sideline. They are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking for a man. It's Swan. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. I mean, you'd like to think your receiver in space can make a linebacker miss, but that's just a better job tackling by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This offense just hasn't found its rhythm in the second half. First half, they kind of got a little something cooking, put some points up. Here in the second half, after halftime, they got the punt, they give up a sack. They've got to get something positive to build some momentum for their squad.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Could be an alley. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. He wants to change this route. Looking to pass, it's Levitt. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the lead. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Off-play action. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. Here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
To the air, it's Levitt. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
The Tigers have this offense rolling. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a gap. It's Berry. There's some room. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Running to Green. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. After giving up that score on the last possession, now they need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie things up. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Mississippi State going up tempo. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Black. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes and get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Swan. He tries to take the top off. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep and don't let anyone get behind you.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Gets it to the back. Ran through the contact. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Mississippi State calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Snagged out of the air. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Back to pass, it's Swan. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Rush is on him. It's complete to the right. He's into the open down the middle. Past the 30. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, LSU! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
It's just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, just keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game, Palmer, as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmaker...
Walks one high and deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Back to pass, it's Swan. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. That's it. A sack to end it as they finish off this one in style. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely. it.